Hello students. Today we are going to do one of the important topic, that is photoelectric effect. In the previous class, the previous videos, we have studied about the emission of electron from a metal surface. When suitable energy is given to metal, electrons are emitted from the metal surface. That we had called it as electron emission. In that we had given energy in different ways, that is energy can in the form of heat, then we called it as thermionic emission. Energy in the form of light, we called it as photoelectric emission. Energy in the form of electric field is known as field emission. Now today we are going to discuss one of this photoelectric emission, that is energy given in the form of light to the metal surface and electrons are emitted from it. Now, as the name itself tells, photo means light, electric means emission of electron, and this effect we call it as photoelectric effect. We define photoelectric effect as the phenomenon of emission of electrons from a metal surface exposed to energy of suitable frequency is known as photoelectric effect. And remember here, when the metal surface is exposed to light energy of suitable frequency is very important. Why it is very important, that we will learn in few minutes. And electrons emitted in this process are called as photoelectrons, and current due to this electrons is known as photoelectric current. Now, light energy can be having frequency X-ray, maybe any range, that is it can be in the range of X-rays, UV rays, gamma rays, visible light, and even for infrared light. Usually light in our mind comes that light, visible light, which is having wavelength range of 4000 nanometer to 7000 nanometers. But here we take this all electromagnetic radiations as light energy. Now remember here, non-metals also show photoelectric effects. Not only metals, even non-metals also show photoelectric effects, like liquid and gases, but they have some limited extent. Now let us see one of the example where a metal is showing photoelectric effect or not. Now we have a metal which has two electrons, that you can see here. The two dots are two electrons, and UV light is incident on it and electrons are emitted. And these electrons we call it as photoelectrons. Very simple one. Now again we have metals other than alkali metals. And for them visible light is incident on that. It is not showing photoelectric effect. Why? Because they have what is called as work function, and this work function is higher. For that it is not showing photoelectric effect for visible light. Alkali metals show for even UV radiations, but metals other than alkali metals, they are not showing. Alkali metals, when light of visible light is incident on that, they are showing photoelectric effect. Means alkali metals have work function lesser, so that they can even show photoelectric effect for visible light. But other metals have higher work function and they require more energy to get out of electrons from them. Therefore, we define work function as the minimum energy required by the electrons to come out of the metal surface. And this work function is different for different metal surfaces. That's why some of the metals show photoelectric effect even for visible light. That is what we have seen, alkali metals which have a lesser work function. But we have some other metals which do not show photoelectric effect for visible light because their work function is higher than that, and they show photoelectric effect for UV radiations. And you can see here these alkali metals can show photoelectric effect for visible light as well as UV radiations, because UV radiations have higher energy than visible light. As it is showing for visible light, obviously it also shows for UV radiation also. But other metals other than alkali will show photoelectric effect only for UV radiations. And this was first done by her. Now let us see the experimental setup of photoelectric effect. In this experimental setup, this consists of an evacuated glass tube which is provided with a side window, and there are two metal plates. One is known as cathode and another one is known as anode, and these metal plates are connected to a battery through a plug key, and there is a micro emitter also. And you can see there is a rheostat connected here which is used to vary the applied voltage between cathode and anode. And there is a voltmeter which reads the potential difference between cathode and anode. Now what happens, you can see here. Now the key is closed. Now you can see this lower circuit is complete, but still the micro emitter does not show any current because there is no flow of any electrons from cathode to anode. And you can see here cathode is connected to negative terminal of battery and anode is connected to positive terminal of battery. So anode is having higher potential than the cathode. Now let us see what happens. Now UV radiations are incident on cathode and electrons are emitted from the cathode. Now you can see what is cathode. Cathode is a metal plate which is photosensitive, means which emits electrons when light is incident on it. And you can see light is incident on the metal surface which is cathode with the help of side window, and this side window is provided with quartz. Why quartz? Because quartz is transparent to UV radiations. Now this glass transmits only visible and infrared, but it will not transmit UV light. That's why there is a quartz window. And when light of suitable frequency falls on the metallic cathode, that is the photosensitive materials, photoelectrons are emitted, and these photoelectrons are attracted towards the positive anode, and hence a photoelectric current is constituted. And this is the experimental setup of photoelectric effect. In the further video, I will show you experimental observations of photoelectric effect. On what factors photoelectric current depend and how we are going to vary the photoelectric current.